Well, Happy New Year, everybody, and thanks for coming along today. We've got so much we want to talk about, but I'm going to do my best to try to keep this short, if at all possible. But we've just have such an exciting year that's for 2025. I mean, I'm going to try to get it all in today. Super exciting stuff. I mean, the direction that we're going, I'm overflowing, if you can't already tell. All right, so where do I want to start first in this video? Okay, well, let's start right here. Remember back in the days when I used to work with Mr. M and we bobbed around together and went to all these different mines, and well, you know, Mr. M is doing great, and he's out there right now dropping cameras down vertical mine shafts. And I want to let you guys know that he just got done producing a video with his brand new torpedo rig that could be no, it is. I'm not even going to say quite possibly. It is the absolute best high quality video I have ever seen since anybody has ever started dropping camera rigs down vertical shafts. It's even better than mine. And I know you're watching right now, Mr. M. I know you're watching. You bent me over your knee and you gave me a spanking, because when we were watching that video of yours, both Laura and I were like, oh my gosh, he really put the whooping on us as far as how good the quality is, you know.
We were in awe.
Absolutely in awe. I mean, you know, vertical mine shafts are the most dangerous thing that a person could ever go down into and explore. And some of them are so dangerous, the best that you can do is drop you know, torpedo cams down into them to get an image of, you know, what's down there. And what he put together, unbelievable. So great job, Mr. M. So guys, I want you to drop down into the description area of this video. It's going to be right on top. It's going to say Mr. M's video right there. Click on that, head over there, take a look at it, make a comment, make sure you like and subscribe to his channel, because it sounds like he's going to be doing more of this in the coming weeks and months, as well as improving his rig. So I just can't wait to see what he's going to put together for us. All right, next item on the list is
AC.
We should have a drum roll. Drum roll, drum roll. Okay, tomorrow, for all of you that are watching this Saturday, tomorrow, Sunday, which is January 5th, at 7 a.m. Pacific time, is the grand premiere of our brand new channel, Adventure Coolness. So you guys are going to absolutely love it. So please, right now, go down in the description area of this video, click on the link to Adventure Coolness, head over there, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, because tomorrow morning it's an absolute huge red carpet event without the red carpet.
That's right.
Now, understand, guys, when you watch the premiere episode, I don't want to give anything away, but I just want you to know that we decided that we wanted the premiere episode, we wanted to structure it in such a way to let you know, like, what is Adventure Coolness going to be, what it's going to be about, what is basically the general format of the channel, etc., etc. The first video, obviously, in order to fit all of that information in, you can't really do that as well as do an exploration or something like that. So that, you know, that's kind of what it's all about. So be prepared for that, but that's as much information as I'm going to give you guys. I know you're going to absolutely love it, because I literally poured my heart and soul into the premiere episode, and it turned out fantastic. All right, number 2. What was number 2?
DSE.
DSE TT, our brand new channel, Deep Shaft Explorations and Tombstone Tours. Okay, so what I decided to do for 2025 is make a combination channel, okay, out of two channels. And so if you can remember, back in 2024, Laura and I were dropping the torpedo cam down vertical shafts, and occasionally we would come out with what's called a DSE video, or Deep Shaft Explorations. Then time would go by and we'd do another one, and then time would go by and then we'd find a graveyard or an old grave site, and we would document that too, and then another video would come up. And so I was scratching my head and I was thinking, you know, it probably isn't the greatest idea to be muddling up abandoned and forgotten places with kind of these side branch productions. I wanted to keep, you know, abandoned and forgotten, it's its own thing. So what I decided to do was make a combination channel. So when we're out and about, and if we see a vertical mine shaft or an old grave site, something like that along the way. Now we're not new. We're not interested in the new grave site. We're interested in the real oldie ones that go back to the the 1800s and early 1900 days of these old mining districts. That's the one we want to focus on. Okay. So when we're out and about and we see one, then we will document it and put it together and put it on that channel. So you got to make sure, you got to head over right now. Go again down in the description area. The link is down there to DSETT. Click on that, head on over, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and those videos will come out whenever we find one, because that's the way it works. When we're running around doing explorations for abandoned and forgotten, as well as adventure coolness, all of a sudden we'll just find something, and then we'll make something out of it, and then it'll end up on DSETT. And so there really isn't like a schedule like we have with the other two channels. Speaking of schedule, Abandoned and Forgotten will always premiere Saturdays at 7 a.m. Pacific, and now the new channel, Adventure Coolness, will always premiere with new episodes every Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific. Okay, next one.
You had mentioned the torpedo cam also.
That's right, the torpedo. I want to show you guys. So a moment ago, I was just talking about Mr. M's torpedo. This is our torpedo cam. The cam is not on top right now, and neither is the protective bulb, but this is what it looks like. Okay, so you got your flashlights going down, you got your lights going to the side, and we dangle it off of paracord. I got 1,000 feet of paracord that we dangle it off of. Mr. M uses steel rope, which works pretty darn good, and so we're still experimenting with this. I think that there is things that I can do with the torpedo to make it even better, especially now that I saw Mr. M's. I was like, all right, darn it all anyways, back to the drawing board. But I just wanted to show you guys what our torpedo looks like before it gets its big upgrade in the coming months, maybe something like that. Okay, next is the Gly Coolness channel. Oh, what do we got over? Oh, yeah, we got big helicopter. Sorry about the noise, guys. The Gly Coolness channel. So why did I put together a Gly Coolness channel for 2025? Okay, it's a channel based on me. And here's why I did it. Over the years, many people in the comment section have said, hey Gly, we would love to hear about, your backstory of like what it's like to be a content creator. We would like to see, like maybe videos on the camera rigs that you design and develop in order to get certain shots. And so many different things in between. A lot of people, they want to peek behind the curtain and learn a little bit more about what it takes to produce content for all of these channels. And that is exactly what the Gly Coolness channel is going to be all about. Because you see, guys, oftentimes when we're out running around creating content for the other channels, there's something that occurs in between that I would like to say or talk about. Like, remember back in the days when I had all those troubles with old Bob, and you guys, oh my gosh, you helped me out absolutely tremendously with getting that all fixed so I could get back out and start making more content. Things like that. Trail breakdowns. There was a time when Laura and I were in Nevada this last summer. We got stuck. It was the worst stuck Bob has ever been in.
We were there for 2 hours digging ourselves out, and I took some pictures of the scenery, but I didn't take a picture of Bob being stuck, which I should have.
I know, and we were like, why didn't we have a camera with us that day? Or we did, but why didn't we turn them on? People would have loved to have seen how gnarly of a thing that we stuck Bob into.
I mean, the summer before, it was perfectly fine, but after the spring snowmelt, that good road from last year was no longer good.
Yeah, and and it's things like that, or it's something that just like pops in my head that I want to share with you guys, and I don't want to muddle up Abandoned and Forgotten as well as Adventure Coolness, I don't want to muddle up those two channels with these little like inserts. You know, I want to keep those channels true for what they are. And so for those, you know, because there's many of you out there, you're not interested in any of that side stuff. You want to see really good high-end abandoned mine exploration as well as what we've got going on with Adventure Coolness. That's what you want to see. Not interested about anything else, and that's perfectly fine. But then there's for the folks that would like to see some behind the scenes and what's going on with your life and so on and so forth, then head on over to Gly Coolness. So right now, for those of you that would be interested in something like that, again, description area, there's the link. Click on it, hit the subscribe button, and turn on those notifications because you never know what kind of silly stuff I'm going to say. All right. Anything else exciting for 2025? Okay, before we move on to the next big thing, one final thank you, guys. So many of you in 2024 donated to our PayPal tip jar or Venmo or Cash App, as well as the Super Chat. Super thanks. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support. You know, it's absolutely awesome, and it really keeps motivating us and pushing us financially in the right direction so that we can keep creating new and fresh content for you each and every week. You know, for those of you who out there who have, you know, donated into the tip jar like $200, $300, $500, I don't even know. I mean, it's really hard for me to like say something because, you know, I am, you know, I'm kind of a humble individual, and when that happens, it's like, wow. Absolutely, wow. And I don't want to give out names or anything. Many of you, you know, choose to remain, you know, you want to remain anonymous, but I do hop in there and I do write you an email, a thank you email. And if you don't get it, make sure that your email associated with your PayPal account is listed and it's up to date, because that's the one I use to go back and say thank you. Okay, so if you didn't get a thank you from me, that's probably the reason why. So double check, make sure that is up to date, because I always send out a thank you for, especially on those very, very large donations like that, guys. You're just awesome. Thank you very much. All right, on with the rocks. You guys have to see this. So if you want to go see our little journey down to Quartzsite, and we went to the Quartzsite Rock and Mineral Show, you got to hop over to Gly Coolness. That video is already up. Take a look at it and you'll see us heading down there and walking through all of the booths and the really cool things that we found. And now we want to show you the rocks. But before we do that,
we have more photos.
That's right. Okay. So we put in another order. I'll just leave this with the backing. Okay, let's use this camera over here. All right, there they are, guys. Yep, last time we only ordered up a dozen, and they sold out in 2 days.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah,
maybe a day,
a day
after we announced it.
So we have a whole bunch more now. I think we ordered up another 20.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
And they are up on the eBay site. So right now, down in the description area, click on our eBay site. Hidden Treasures Abound, and we've got these up. We're just putting them out for $20. Yeah. All right, and there we go. Let's put that back in our envelope. Someone's going to get this one. And I'm going to leave a thumbprint on it so you can get my DNA. There you go. Okay. All right, let's start. Can we start with the galena?
Yeah.
Let's start with the galena. All right, we got to show you these rocks, guys. I mean, we found some. So give me galena small. Galena small.
The little one?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Okay, guys. So in the past, I have offered galena. Now, we have found galena in some of the mines that we've been documenting, especially the mines that Mr. M and I documented around Good Springs, Nevada, because most of those were lead mines. And some of the specimens of galena that came out of there were about the size I'm going to show you. Now, this one here, many of you already own some of these because we've put these in our assortments. But I'm just pulling this out today to kind of give you a reference in size. So this is what we've had to offer in the past because it's your most typical galena specimen that you can find at rock and mineral shops. Let me go over to this camera over here. See, typically it's about anywhere from, like a quarter in diameter up to a golf ball size. This is the most common thing that you find at rock and mineral shops. But let me put this in here. Oh, by the way, this is specimen number 20 on the eBay site right now. But we found a guy.
A monster.
See, and in our video, when you head down into the Gly Coolness site, you'll hear me talk about how it's so important when you go to these rock and mineral shops. You got to get there within the first 4 days before it's all picked over. Look at what we got here. Okay, let's switch over to this camera. Look at that hawker. Oh my God, 10 pounds. 10 pounds of galena. It's the exact same thing as the other one. Look at this. So this is specimen number G1. G1. Someone's going to get a 10 pounder, but here's the thing, guys. It is so rare to find a galena specimen this large, or as large as the next one I'm going to show you, that, it's not something that you can just put up on eBay for 99 cents and let you guys go crazy, okay? Because we had to put out some of our money in order to acquire some of these. And to get them this large, yeah, we got so lucky. And guess what? It was his last case. We got them all. I saw that and I was like, I got to have everything. So there it is. There's the big boy. Okay. And then the next one. So we brought this one too today. Here, I'll trade you. Trade you. We brought this one today because it has so much glint and glimmer. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's switch over to this camera. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's about the size, a little bit bigger than a baseball, about a baseball size. Yeah. Now, in the past, I have offered galena this same size, but it looked like it was put in a rock tumbler and all the edges were banged up. It was like they had them in a mine cart. It was really, really ugly. But look at these. Look at that. They haven't been busted up or banged up. They still got the sharp corners, where they... Absolutely beautiful specimen. Okay, and this one here is number...
That's G2.
G2. Okay, let's put that back in the bag. I'll put that here. And this one down over here. Okay, next one.
Mr. H1.
Okay. This next one. We found a supplier down there who has hematite. Okay, this is polished hematite. Now, hematite is basically iron ore, and if I remember right, this came from Morocco.
I believe so. Yeah,
is it Morocco? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get all that confused.
Morocco or Indonesia? It's in the description.
Yeah. Check out the description. Everything is put together real nice in there. Let's switch over. Take a look at this beautiful piece of polished hematite. Now, up in Wyoming, when I was finding hematite at my gold mine back in the day, they were just these little tiny nodules, about the size of a pea. But look at that thing. Just so cool. And this has a little nodule off to the side. Very, very cool. Hematite. Check it out. This is piece number...
1.
H1. H1. Okay. Next one. Oh, yep. So this one here is super delicate. That's why we had to put it in the bubble wrap.
Open that up.
Yeah, I'll get it. Super delicate. I'll get my knife out. I'll be real careful with this. There we go. Okay. Now, in the past, I've offered vanadinite. But the crystals are very, very small. See, that's the cool thing about the Quartzsite Rock and Mineral Show is, you can go down to Quartzsite and you can go to the various rock and gem shops, and trust me, there's many down there. But oftentimes the vanadinite is in these shallow flats. The pieces are about 3 to 4 inches in that area, but the crystals are very small. It's not until the guys come all the way from Indonesia or the Congo or from all these other places, and then you get stuff like this. let's switch over. Look at that. Isn't that? It's like I said in the description. It's otherworldly, you know. It's so cool. Now I was in a mine a while back that had vanadinite in it. This was many years ago, and I may take Laura back to that mine so she can see it. But the crystals in there were nowhere near this big. That is just absolutely incredible. Now, when you go to the eBay site, make sure when you click on those photos, you know, you can use your fingers on a phone or a tablet to zoom in and get a good look at just the beautiful crystals on these. Absolutely gorgeous. I could just geek out on this thing forever. Okay, by the way, that was specimen number
V1.
V1. Okay, trade you. Okay, so then we found a guy who is offering, nice guy too. He is offering malachite and Chrysocolla from the Congo, right here. Okay, let's turn over here. There we go. So we've got about, I'm going to say a dozen?
Half a dozen.
Half a dozen.
Half a dozen of those,
Six
yeah.
pieces
Around that.
of polished malachite. Now, sometimes, so what they'll do is they will take this and actually put this into a rock tumbler in a softer sand to break up some of, well, just to kind of get it down to general shape. But then oftentimes the finishing process is these are hand polished because they're too delicate to put in a rock tumbler and tumble them up with a bunch of other rocks, because they're just going to be pulverized down to nothing. And you're not going to be able to find malachite and Chrysocolla with these beautiful striations. It'll just tear it up. So a lot of work and a lot of effort goes into polishing this thing and making it like it is. Absolutely beautiful. So when you go to the eBay site, like I was saying earlier, make sure you like zoom in to take a look at the features on this. Gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous stuff. And this one is M1 on the listings. Is it the final?
That's the final
The
one.
final. Oh, we saved the best for last, guys. Okay, the best for last. Have you ever heard of bumblebee
Jasper.
Have you ever heard of bumblebee jasper? Let's go over here. Take a look at this. Okay, bumblebee jasper. Now, it's so rare. Well, okay, let me tell you a little bit about the backstory. So this is mined off the flanks of a volcano in Indonesia, and it's all played out. There's nothing left. They may find a little bit here and there if they're lucky, but pretty much what's in circulation around the United States right now is it. And they haven't found another location for bumblebee jasper. That's it. So if you go on eBay or if you go on Amazon or any other place that's selling bumblebee jasper, that's it. You are buying or bidding on stuff that's in country, in circulation, because there's no more coming in. Now, last year in 2024, you couldn't find bumblebee jasper to save your life. At least I had a hard time finding it, and the reason is because they changed their importation procedure on this stuff because it contains low-level traces of arsenic. So whatever you do, don't lick your bumblebee jasper.
Don't
okay? All right, don't do it, guys. So it's polished absolutely beautifully. We've got about
a dozen pieces of that.
And it's not cheap, okay? They sell it only by the gram. But you gotta at least put one of these pieces in your collection, because it's so super cool. All right, okay, there we go with the bumblebee jasper. All right, guys, well, there we are. So, Rockin' Minerals. You know, why do we sell them? Why do we do this on occasion? Well, because it adds an extra level, an extra income source into our channel so that we can cover costs to keep taking you guys out on these really cool adventures. It takes care of the overhead. And anything that you do, you know, for all of you who are in business, you know what that means. You got overhead. You got to cover your costs, and as well as, you know, some of our cost of living expenses too, because Laura and I, you know, we're not working out there. We're doing YouTube full time. And so with YouTube ad revenue, as well as the rocks and selling photos and things like that, that's what you know, brings income for us so that we can stay out here and being content creators. Now, there has been just one or two, I don't want to exaggerate this, but there's been one or two people who were like, I can get it so much cheaper somewhere else. Why would I That's not the point. The point is that when you bid on one of these rocks, or when you do a buy it now, that money goes directly to our channel. It helps fund the channel. Sure, we understand you could get it from anywhere else, you know, sure. But the money for this is used to help us out. And that's why we price it the way that we do, so that it helps out us and the channel financially throughout the year. Okay? That's why we do what we do. Guys, thank you so much for coming along in this video. We are so excited to get started in on all of these new things for you for 2025. It's going to be a fantastic year. And Adventure Coolness, I can't wait. I can't wait till you see tomorrow's episode. So guys, I'm telling you, go into the description area right now. Even if you can't watch the video tomorrow, maybe you'll be able to watch it a day or two or a week from now. But the most important thing is right now, in the description area, you'll see the whole lineup of all of our channels. Click on those links, head on over, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, because it is going to be a fun 2025. Guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.